Welcome to the live stream. I am Chris Ramos, and this is MLB The Show 23. Thank you for your like and subscribe in advance. I know that you're desperate to drop down that like and the subscription. Let's jump into this created franchise on MLB The Show 23 PlayStation 5. The Connecticut Knights have been wedged in the American League East Division. This is the middle of September. This is year number 4 in this created franchise. In the first 3 seasons of existence, the Connecticut Knights have won 2 out of 3 championships, 2 championships out of 3 seasons, going for chip number 3 out of 4. As you can see, the Knights are leading in the American League East. They have a 4.5 game lead over the New York Yankees. Luke and DJ Productions, hello and welcome to the live stream. You know the program. I hit, I pitch, I field. I do not run the bases. Let the computer run the bases for me. And I do some very novice, very amateurish play-by-play. Thanks so much for jumping in and saying hello. Next game in the schedule, Robin Ramos on the mound for the Connecticut Knights. He's 18-5, is looking for win number 19. He's got maybe 2 or 3 starts left to the regular season, trying to get that magical win number 20. He's going to pitch against German Marquez, who's 4-13. He has had a terrible season at 4-13. But what that means, he's going to throw a shutout against me because that's usually the way it works. So, Mr. Outlander, welcome to the live stream. Let's go! Play full game. We are at the California Angels of Anaheim, Angels Stadium. I don't like regional theme. I personally like the show theme. Robin Ramos. Okay, so now I'm looking at the energy level of my starters. To be completely honest with you, they're 50% and higher, good to go. We'll leave the lineup the way it is. Again, for those of you that are new to the live stream, I hit, I pitch, I field, do not run the bases, and I do play-by-play. I am Chris Ramos. Don't forget to drop that like. Give me your subscription. We are live for some Major League action on MLB The Show 23. Welcome, one, welcome all, as the Connecticut Knights visit the Los Angeles Angels of Anaheim. On the mound for the Angels, German Marquez, 4-13, a season to forget for him. Like I said earlier, that means he's going to throw a complete game shutout against me because that's usually what happens. All right, leading off the game for the Connecticut Knights, Dizzy Walsh, the left fielder, hitting 270 on the season. First pitch of the ball game. And he pulls it hard but foul for strike 1. Dizzy took over in left field for the injured Chris Ramos, identical twin brother of Robin Ramos. Pops it up, slicing out of play for strike number 2. Count is no balls and 2 strikes on Dizzy Walsh. Yes, you heard that right. 2 identical twins. One is a starting pitcher who hits, pitches high, 1 and 2, and the other one is the starting left fielder. Probably Chris Ramos, the starting left fielder, is probably the better of the 2 athletes. So, of course, he had to go down with a season-ending injury. Slicing down the left field line, it dunks in there for a hit. Rounding first, headed to second. He's got a lot of speed. Throw to second is in time for out number 1. He should have held it to a single and just stole the bag. Unacceptable. Nice throw by Ralph Kiner over there. Next up for the Connecticut Knights is Derek Jeter, hitting .313. Pulls it deep but foul. Strike 1. So I noticed, well, first of all, Jeter has 18 homers and 75 runs batted in, with about 2 or 3 weeks left to this regular season, this fictional franchise. I noticed that the Outlander in his chat box, line drive deep to center, back goes the center fielder, but playable for out number 2. Said you have your vacation coming. Congratulations. I hope you get a chance to play some MLB The Show yourself, or whatever it is that you play on your channel, The Outlander Show. That was a bomb, but a bomb to center field that was caught. Next up, Ken Griffey Jr., 2 outs, bases empty. Hope you get to play. Did he check it? Yes, he did. Pitcher's inside, ball 1. Ken Griffey Jr., 282, 39 homers, 107 runs batted in. 2 outs, bases empty, top 1, no score. Pulls it, foul. Strike 1. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hope you enjoy your vacation. I hope you get to live stream Those of you that are unaware, the Outlander Show is a great live streaming channel. Ground ball, first base line, foul. Count is 1-2. Here's a pitch from Marquez. Just gets a piece of the knuckle curve to stay alive. Count remains 1-2 strikes. I invoked the right to take baby bonding time. I invoked baby bonding. Fastball high. Count evens 2-2 strikes to Ken Griffey Jr. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. Side retired. So after half inning here in Anaheim, California, it's the Connecticut Knights 0, the Los Angeles Angels coming to bat. This is MLB The Show. On the mound for the Connecticut Knights, Robin Ramos, making his 31st appearance on the mound. 18-5 with a 3.35 earned run average, and in the running for the American League Cy Young Award. It's not a foregone conclusion yet who will win. Harrison Bader leads off for the Anaheim Angels, hitting a .195. Must be a September call-up or an injury replacement. Fastball in there, strike one. Knights are 92-59, good for first place in the American League East. I'm going to take my son to an A's game in 3 weeks, Mr. Outlander says. You are a good father, my friend. Indoctrinate him into the religion known as baseball. Fouls it back. Count is 2 strikes to Harrison Bader. Here's the pitch. And he skies it off the end of the bat to right. Easy play for Tim Salmon, who makes the catch for out number 1. On your screen is the starting lineup for the Los Angeles Angels. The A's are doing so bad. Some of the tickets are $5, the Outlander Show says. Well, sometimes you just got to get the fannies in the seats however you can. I completely understand. Fastball to Brendan Donovan, in there, strike one. Hitting .302, 7 homers, 34 runs batted in, and he's currently carries a 10-game hitting streak into the batter's box. Line drive, foul, off the screen, off the net. Count is 0-2. Just gets a piece of the changeup. At bat continues. And it's a shallow fly ball to the left. Walsh charges, makes the catch, and there are 2 out here in the bottom of the first. Next up, Ralph Kiner, the right fielder, 243, 27 homers, 63 runs batted in for the Angels in this fictional franchise. Change up, outside corner, strike one. And that's a fly ball to the left. It's deep, but playable in front of the warning track for Dizzy. And he will make the final out of the first. No runs, no hits, none left on at the end of 1. No score. This is Connecticut Knights baseball. We go to the top of the second. Cleanup hitter Miguel Cabrera steps in there. Third baseman for the Knights. Fastball high, ball 1. Miguel's hitting .321 on the season. Grounded first base line, and it's down the right field line. It's in there. He'll stop at first. Kind of squibbed it inside that third base bag for a single. Next up, Carlos Delgado, the first baseman. Runner at first, nobody out here in the second. And he chases a high fastball, swing and a miss, strike one. Carlos has 32 homers and 111 runs batted in, and he has a 9-game hitting streak himself. Here comes the 0-1. Grounded to the first baseman, over to second for 1, back to first. An easy 3-6-3 double play. Nice play by Pena. And they're 2 away here in the second. Here's the replay. Just once, I'd like to see that throw from the first baseman hit the base runner right in the center of the back. Next up is the designated hitter, the starting pitcher, Robin Ramos. Slider misses outside, ball one. Ramos is hitting .273. He has 26 homers and 86 RBIs, and he is a former Cy Young Award winner. In his first 3 seasons, he has won Cy Young Award, going for Cy Young Award number 2. Fouls it back. Count evens, 1 ball, 1 strike. Got to get to that magical win number 20 to have a shot, I believe. Breaks his bat, shatters it, infield grasses the third baseman, throws the first in time. Side retired. 1-2-3 inning for German Marquez after an inning and a half here in Anaheim. No score. This is Connecticut baseball. We go to the bottom of the second. Corey Seager steps up from the left side of the plate. Shortstop for the Angels. Ground ball up the middle. Fields fires. Nice athletic play by Robin Ramos. 1 pitch, 1 away. Jumped off the mound like a cat. Next up, Brett Beatty. Brett Beatty, 264, 10 homers, 20 RBIs. Batty, I think, would have 2 T's, so we'll call him Beatty. Fouls it, first base line. Check that, third base line, out of play, strike 1. Beatty would probably Beatty, so I have no idea how his name is pronounced. Nor do I really care. Out in front of the changeup, swinging and miss, count quickly, no balls, 2 strikes. Home plate umpire, Earl Hendricks. Here comes the 0-2. Strike 3 called at the knees. Out number 2. First strikeout of the game for Ramos. Next up, first baseman Carlos Pena, hitting .261. Fastball misses, ball 1. Wins leaders, Garrett Cole has 20, the magic 20. Julio Arias, 19. Robin Ramos is in third place with 18 wins before today's game had begun. Here comes the 1-0. Ground ball through the right side. It is a 2-out single by Carlos Pena. And the half inning will continue for the Angels. Just pulled it through the right side between first and second. Next up, Omar Narvaez. Slider down and in, but called a strike. Narvaez is hitting .226, 3 homers, 15 RBIs, and you can tell that most of the players on this Angels roster in their strike 2 are either September call-ups, injury replacements, backup players, nothing left to play for. Maybe they're seeing what they have in the tank. In the farm system, fouls it off, count remains 0-2 for Omar. Ground ball to Jeter, backhands it, tosses to second for the force to retire the side. No runs, 1 hit, 1 left on at the end of 1.5. Still no score. This is MLB The Show 23. Leading off the bottom, checked at the top of the third, is Tim Salmon hitting an even .300 on the season. 23 homers, 71 runs batted in. Swinging and miss the high fastball, strike 1. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. I got to open a can of whoop ass on this starting pitcher. Let's go. High and tight, 2-1. Marquez deals. Low. Hitters count, 3 balls and 1 strike. On deck, Bryson Stott. Check that, Bryson Stott. Out in front of the slider, swinging and miss. Count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes to Salmon. And he pops it up. Right field on the outfield grass is the second baseman. Makes the catch, 1 away. So Bryson Stott's hitting .246. He has 11 homers, 56 RBIs. Pitch from Marquez. Low, ball 1. Outside corner, strike one, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike to start. Outside 2-1. Fouls off the outside fastball. Down left field line, out of play. Count is 2-2. 1 out, bases empty. No score here in the top of the 3rd inning. Grounds it, foul. Pulled it up the first base line. Grounds it. Nice stab by the first baseman. Tosses to the pitcher covering in time for out number 2. Nice play by Carlos Pena. First he does that 3-6-3 double play. Now he turns into a vacuum cleaner. Tosses a strike to the pitcher covering. Nice job over there. Next up with 2 away is Mitch Garver, the pitcher. Grounded through the... No! Diving stop by the shortstop. Over to first. Gorgeous play to retire the side. Corey Seager, highlight film. Da-na-na, da-na-na. Look at this. You got to give credit where credit's due. Jumps, tosses, in time. Anyway, we go to the bottom of the 3rd. Justin Crawford steps in. First official at bat of the season, I assume, because his stat line is empty. At the knees, triple digits, 100 miles an hour for strike 1. Curveball called a strike. Looked like it might have been inside. Nevertheless, the count is quickly no balls and 2 strikes. Just misses off the outside corner with the 2-seamer. Count is 1-2. Oh, he wanted that one. You see, is it low? Was it low? Yeah? Yeah? I don't believe you. Count evens at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pops him up, 3rd base line. Cabrera is there for the first out. Jammed him. Next up, Tony Walters, 143, no homers, 5 RBIs. This is a minor league lineup facing Ramos today. He should be ashamed of himself if he doesn't throw a shutout. Fastball, inside corner, strike 1. Walters is playing second base today for the Angels. Change up inside, call the strike, count quickly, no balls and 2 strikes. Called strike 3, outside corner. Walters is frozen, 2 away. Second strikeout of the game for Robin Ramos. Here's the StatCast from Google Cloud, not a sponsor. So 2 outs, bases empty, lineup turns over for Harrison Bader, for the Angels, that is. And Harrison Bader steps in for his 2nd plate appearance. Takes called strike 1. Grounded, back to the pitcher's bottom mound. Quick throw to first. Side is retired. Easy inning for Ramos, 1-2-3. The end of 3 innings of play. No score. This is MLB The Show 23. So we go to the top of the 4th. Dizzy Walsh steps in again. He had a hit in his first at-bat. He had a single, tried to stretch it to a double, and got thrown out. That's a deep drive. Back goes the right fielder, tracking in front of the warning track, makes an over-the-shoulder catch for out number 1. Harrison Bader made that look easier than it actually was. Very cavalier attitude out there in right field. So 1 away, Derek Jeter steps up, 0 for 1. And that's a line drive to the 3rd baseman for out number 2. Nice play by Donovan. So 2 down, bases empty. Up steps Ken Griffey Jr. For those of you that were hoping for a slugfest, I sincerely apologize. Fastball high and tight, ball 1. I can never predict how many runs I'm going to score. All I can do is try to slug away. Fouls it back. strike one. Count as 1 ball and 1 strike. Lately, I've been held in check by the starting pitcher, regardless of his win-loss record. Line drive in there for a base hit. He's rounding first, heading to second. His strong throw to second is offline. It'll be a stand-up double with 2 outs for Ken Griffey Jr. Double number 35 on the season. So the starting pitcher usually holds me in check. Then I get into the bullpen in the later innings and usually score 6 or 7 runs. That's usually my MO lately. So runner in scoring position with 2 outs. Up steps Miguel Cabrera, who swings at the first pitch and hits a line drive right at the shortstop. Short hop, throws to first, side retired. So we go to the bottom of the 4th, no score. So Brendan Donovan is 0 for 1 as we begin the bottom of the 4th. Fastball in there, strike 1. Those of you that are watching the live stream and listening to me do the play-by-play may wonder to yourself, like, why does he talk so much? First of all, it's a live stream, so I have to talk. It's just part of the MO. Slicing down the left field line, long run for Walsh. He will not make the catch, but it's a foul ball. Strike number 2. So count is 0-2. So why does he talk so much? Well, it's a live stream, number 1. Number 2, some of you may be watching the broadcast. Others may be listening to it like a podcast, in which case you have to explain a little more. Up the first base line, foul. Count remains 0-2 on Donovan. It's kind of like I'm stuck between play-by-play for TV and play-by-play for radio, hoping to make both of you groups happy. Just gets a piece of the fastball, and the at-bat will continue. Here comes the 0-2 once again. And he chops it first base line, foul ball. And here's the pitch. Just misses with the 2-seam fastball low. 1-2 is the count. And it's a lazy fly ball to right. Salmon makes the catch for out number 1. Next up, Ralph Kiner flew out in the first. He's 0 for 1. Fastball in there, strike 1. Curveball misses outside. Count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. In there, outside corner, strike 2. Ramos looks sharp. No score here in the bottom of the 4th. Line drive, foul. Count is 1 ball and 2 strikes to Kiner. All right, so this is season number 4 of this fictional franchise. In the first 3 seasons, all 3 seasons, oh, that ball's deep. Going back is Walsh at the track, the wall, looking up. Leaps, cannot make the catch. It's a solo shot from Ralph Kiner, home run number 28 on the season. And just like that, the Angels of Anaheim take an early 1-0 lead. As I was saying while we watched the replay, the Connecticut Knights have won 100 games all 3 seasons of their existence. They've won the American League East 3 seasons in a row. 2 of those 3 seasons, they were successful in winning the World Series. This season may be the first one where I don't win 100 games. Currently, the team has 92 wins. So, who knows? I'm actually kind of excited to see how it pans out. Fastball finds the outside corner, strike 1. Corey Seager grounded out in the 2nd. He is 0 for 1. Angels of Anaheim lead 1-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Chops the changeup. No, check that. Curveball. Foul. Strike 2. You mean the team that was formerly known as the Bronx Knights? Indeed, Mr. Outlander. They were originally in the Bronx, playing in an area of the Bronx known as Ferry Point Park, between the 2 bridges, between those of you that are native to the Throgs Neck, Pelham Bay area of the Bronx will know that between the two bridges to Queens. Grounded to third, backhanded, foul territory, long throw, just in time for out number 2. Nice play by Miguel Cabrera. They just decided that there were too many baseball teams in New York with the Mets and the Yankees, so they decided to up and move to the state of Connecticut. Plenty of room up there to start a Major League franchise. Batty swings the first pitch, hits it the other way to Walsh, who makes the catch to retire the side. However, thanks to Ralph Kiner, the A's, check that, not the A's, the Angels of Anaheim take a 1-0 lead. This is MLB The Show 23. So yes, now they are called the Connecticut Knights. Carlos Delgado leads off the top of the 5th inning for these Connecticut Knights. 0 for 1. Fastball from Marquez is outside, ball 1. Knuckle curve inside, 2 balls and no strikes. I love Carlos Delgado. I don't know why. He's not the greatest player that I've ever seen, but low. How dare I? LOL, says the Outlander Show. Sometimes teams relocate. It's the nature of the business. The Brooklyn Dodgers once became the LA Dodgers. Swings at the 3-0. Obviously, he had the green light, fouls it back. Count is 3 balls and 1 strike to Delgado. Love Carlos Delgado. Pulls it hard but foul. And the count will go full, 3 balls and 2 strikes. I'm sure when the Brooklyn Dodgers became the LA Dodgers, they called heresy, blasphemy. But people got used to it. Grounded through the right side. No. Second baseman knocks it down. Walton throws to first. Not in time. It's an infield single for Delgado. And the scorer's table going to give him a base hit. His hitting streak goes to 10 straight. That's when a hitting streak is serious, when it hits double digits. Inside part of the plate, pulls it. Second baseman dives, but to no avail. So leadoff man is on for the Knights. Up next is the designated hitter, Robin Ramos. Outside corner with the fastball, strike 1. With his twin brother on the disabled list, Chris Ramos, Robin Ramos, trying to carry the team all by his lonesome. This at-bat, he skies out to right center field. Center fielder makes the routine catch for the first out. Robin Ramos is finding it difficult to carry the offense. He's not the offensive player that his brother Chris Ramos is, but he spent most of his youth pitching, hence the 20-game the Cy Young Award. Next up, Tim Salmon, 0 for 1. 1 out, top 5, 1-0, Angels. Slow hopper to the shortstop, Fields fires, throws to first in time, 2 away. Basically a swinging bunt. So runner in scoring position at second with 2 down. Cali has way too many baseball teams. Giants, A's, Dodgers, Angels. You are certainly correct, sir. That's a big state, California, though. It's the entire West Coast, basically. Fastball low, 1 ball, no strikes to Stott. Bryson Stott has 7 triples this year. He's having an off season at the plate. But not in this at-bat as he grounds a seeing-eye run up the middle. Throw to the plate is not in time. It's a 2-out RBI single by Bryson Stott to tie this ball game up at 1. Clutch, worm burner up the middle. Watch the replay. Again, he hit it hard. You got to hit them where they ain't. Center fielder came up throwing, but to no avail. So we have ourselves a tie ball game once again. So 2 outs, runner leads off first. And Mitch Garver swings but hits it foul the other way for strike 1. Mitch Garver, 299, 26 homers, 61 RBIs. Though that production constitutes a career year for Mitch. Here comes the 0-1. And he skies it to center. Routine play for the center fielder. Side is retired. However, Bryson Stott with a 2-out RBI single makes this a brand new ball game after 4.5. This game's tied at 1. We go to bottom 5. Carlos Pena has a single in this game. Here's the pitch from Ramos. Inside corner, strike 1. Misses with the 2-seam fastball outside, counting as 1 ball and 1 strike. Out in front of the changeup, swing and a miss, count as 1 and 2. Did he check? No, he did not. Home plate umpire says he went too far. That's strikeout number 3 for Ramos, and there's 1 away. Omar Narvaez, who the hell knows? He's 0 for 1. Pops it up, right side, charging. Stott makes the catch near the foul line. Nice running play in short right field for out number 2. Wasn't sure if he was going to make that catch. Next up, Justin Crawford, 0 for 2 for the season. So he's obviously a September call-up. Only 2 at-bats this year. Outside corner with the fastball. 100 on the radar gun. Strike 1. And it's a roller up the first baseline. Charging as Ramos throws in time. Side retired. So end of 5 innings of play. Still, game is tied at 1. I am Chris Ramos. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We go to the top of the 6th. Lineup turns over for these Connecticut Knights. Dizzy Walsh is 1 for 2 with a single. Low and inside, ball 1. Not really sure what will happen next season to Dizzy Walsh. Low 2-0 when Chris Ramos comes back and gets his job off of the injury. Maybe he'll be the DH. Hard ground ball past the sliding second baseman. Leadoff single for Dizzy Walsh, and he's 2 for 3. Go ahead runs at first. He has lots of speed. Maybe he'll be the DH. Maybe he'll play left field part-time. Who knows? But I think he's winning himself a job on the major league level. Derek Jeter steps in. He's 0 for 2. Takes a pitch outside, ball 1. Can't worry about next year. Got to win this year. Got to win the Cy Young Award. Got to win the World Series. This is September in this fictional franchise. 2-hopper to third, over to second for 1. And to first, around the horn double play. 5-4-3. 2 outs, bases empty. Ugh. Here's a replay. Out at second, out at first. For those of you that have jumped in to say hello, I sincerely appreciate it. Thank you for jumping in on the live stream. So 2 outs, bases empty. Ken Griffey Jr. had a double in the 4th. He's 1 for 2. Up there with the bases empty. Tie ball game. Hard ground ball off Carlos Pena's glove. Shovels it to first. Marquez makes the play at first. Side is retired. So we're going to the bottom of the 6th. Los Angeles Angels, 9-1-2, due up. So Walters struck out in his first at-bat. He's 0 for 1. This ball game's tied at 1. Pitcher's duel. Fastball in there, strike 1. Robin Ramos. Just gets a piece of the changeup. 2 strikes on Walters. Slow roller to third. Cabrera fires. In time, 1 away. Next up, Harrison Bader, 0 for 2. In real life, Harrison Bader is a current major leaguer who plays for the New York Yankees. Fastball misses outside, ball 1. Misses inside, 2 balls and no strikes. Ramos deals. High strike, but a strike nonetheless. Count is 2-1. At the knees. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes to Bader. Pops him up, right side, over the dugout, out of play. Count remains 2-2. Swing and a miss. He struck him out. That is strikeout number 4 today for Ramos. Here's the replay. Brendan Donovan is 0 for 2. 2 outs, bases empty for the Angels. Check the swing. Fastball is low, ball 1. Outside, 2-0. Brendan is nursing a 10-game hitting streak, but he's 0 for 2 today. Just gets a piece of the changeup, fouls it back, 2-1. I'd like to keep him on the donut for the hit column. Hitters count 3-1. On deck is Ralph Kiner, who had a solo home run in his last at-bat. Here's the 3-1. Slow roller to second baseman Stott Fields, fires, and the side is retired. It's a 1-2-3 inning for Ramos. At the end of 6 innings of play, it's tied at 1. Thank you for watching. This is Connecticut Baseball. I am Chris Ramos. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Leading off the top of the 7th, Miguel Cabrera 1 for 2 with a single. Line drive caught by the second baseman. 1 pitch, 1 away. Next up, Carlos Delgado singled, scored the only run of the game for Connecticut. 1 for 2. And he skies it to right. Over the shoulder catch. Too quickly. There are 2 out here in the 7th. Beer or wine? I think that depends, Mr. Outlander. Usually wine. I like white wine. I like rosé. I like white Zinfandel. Hard line drive to center, but playable. Quick inning for German Marquez. Get up and stretch. It's time for the 7th inning stretch, ladies and gentlemen. Tie ball game here in Anaheim. I'm not a big fan of beer, but I do like something called Angry Orchard, which is basically an apple cider. Sissy drinks, what can I tell you? So anyway, we go to the bottom of the 7th. Ramos is still on the mound. Kiner is 1 for 2. At the knees for strike 1. High, 1 ball, 1 strike. Low and outside, 2-1. Out in front of the slider, swing and a miss. Count evens 2 balls and 2 strikes. As I said earlier, Kiner responsible for the only run on the scoreboard. Swing and a miss. He struck him out, and there's 1 away. Responsible for the Angels' only run, the strikeout number 5 for Ramos. He's pitched well. Not well enough for the win so far. Next up, Corey Seager. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's a drive. Walsh chasing it. He will not make it. It will bounce over the floor. Grounds rule double. Seager has a double with 1 out here in the bottom of the 7th. Slices it the other way to left. Dizzy cannot make the catch. It hops over the fence for a grounds rule double. So runner in scoring position for Brett Batty, 0 for 2. Let's go to the manager's office and the bullpen. And we're going to, hold on a second, we're going to warm up Bailey Falter because he's a left-handed pitcher. And we're going to warm up Clay Holmes. No, Matt Brash. And the manager is going to go and send the pitching coach out there for a mound visit just to give them an opportunity to warm up their arms in the bullpen and to gauge the meter on Robin Ramos. Robin Ramos says, get back in the dugout. I'm not done. Go sit down. Deep fly ball the other way. Walsh back to the warning track. Looking up. Makes the catch in front of the warning track for out number 2. Gave it a ride. Almost a 3-1 ball game. But it died on that warning track. There are 2 away. Oh my goodness. Next up, dangerous hitter Carlos Pena. 1 for 2 with a single. At the knees, strike 1. 98 on the radar gun. Change up outside corner, strike 2. And he's 1 strike away from 7 innings. Late on the fastball, Pena slices it down the left field line, out of play. Count remains 0-2. Chases a high breaking ball, fouls it back. The at-bat continues. Runner leads off second. Single could allow the Angels to take a lead. Oh, that's a deep drive. Salmon in right, back, warning track, looking up on the warning track, makes the catch to retire the side. So at the end of 7, it's still a tie ball game, 1-1. This is Connecticut Knights baseball. I am Chris Ramos. Okay. Domingo Germán takes over pitching duties for Germán Marquez. He's 5-12 on the season. Leading off here in the top of the 8th is Tim Salmon. Now, manager is going to go to the bullpen. And he sees that he has 3 lefties due up in the bottom of the 8th. So Bailey Falter, do you want to schedule Bailey Falter to come into the game? Schedule to put him in the game. So the only way that Robin Ramos can get win number 19 is if they score a run in this inning and hold on to the lead. So pressure is on. Line drive headed towards the left center field gap, and it is in there for a base hit. Rounding first and heading to second is Tim Salmon. It is a leadoff double for the Connecticut Knights here in the top of the 8th with nobody out. Tim Salmon's 25th double of the season. And as you can see, Carlos Delgado is excited. Here's a replay. Bang. Now the job of Bryson Stott is to move that runner to third with less than 2 outs. Let's see if he can get the job done. And he does it. That's inside the first base bag and down the right field line, rounding third and heading home. That is the go-ahead run. Bryson Stott, an RBI single down the right field line, and it's 2-1. Connecticut leads. Let's watch the replay. Hits a hard bouncing ball inside that first base bag, past the diving Carlos Pena, and he rounds third and heads home. Next up, Mitch Garver. Runner at first, still nobody out. 2-1 Connecticut. Off the end of the bat, lazy fly ball to center. Makes the catch for out number 1. Chase the pitch off the edge of the strike zone. So 1 out. Up steps the leadoff man, Dizzy Walsh, who's 2 for 3 with 2 singles today. Quick throw to first. He's back. Stott does have stealing potential. Those of you that know my streaming broadcasts know that I hit, I pitch, I field, but I do not run the bases. Just gets a piece of that fastball. Strike 1. So when a base runner takes off and tries to steal a bag, it's much a surprise to me as it is to you, the viewer. So here comes the 0-1. High. 1 ball, 1 strike. You may ask, why don't I run the bases on my own? The answer is I'm lazy. Pulls it deep but foul. Strike 2. Really no better answer than just being lazy. I'm doing this for fun. I've never found base running fun. It just, I like to hit, I like to pitch. Here comes the 1-2. That ball is high. It is far. That ball is gonzo. That's a 2-run home run for Dizzy Walsh. His 8th homer of the campaign. And just like that, the Connecticut Knights take a 4-1 lead. Oh, yeah. Again, Carlos Delgado is excited. Here's the replay. Bang. Projected distance, 385. In relief, Trevor Rosenthal, 5-2 with a 5.64 earned run average. And again, it's a pretty consistent MO. Starting pitcher holds me down. I stay within reach. They bring in the bullpen, and then I open up a can of whoop ass in the bullpen in the later innings. It's been my MO lately. Next up, Derek Jeter, 0 for 3. Pops him up, shallow, right field, charging, makes the catch, 2-away. Nice play by Ralph Kiner in right. So 2 outs, bases empty for Ken Griffey Jr., who doubled in the 4th inning. He's 1 for 3 today. Late on the fastball, 97 on the radar gun. Fouls it up the third base line. Strike 1. Here comes the 0-1 from Trevor Rosenthal. High and tight, ball 1. Count as 1 ball, 1 strike. So Connecticut now has a 3-run lead here in the top of the 8th inning. If they hold on and win, Robin Ramos will get win number 19 on the season and will guarantee at least an opportunity to get 20 wins for the season. Here comes the 2-1. High and tight. Hitters count. 3 balls, 1 strike. On deck is Miguel Cabrera. At the knees, strike 2. Full count, 3-2. 2 outs, bases empty. 4-1 Connecticut. Just gets a piece to foul it off and keep the at-bat going. Here comes again the full count pitch. Low ball 4, 2-out walk for Ken Griffey Jr. You don't want to give up free passes when you're already down. Next up, Miguel Cabrera singled in the 2nd inning. He is 1 for 3 today. Griffey leads off first. High and tight, ball 1. In the Angels bullpen, 2 right-handers getting loose. Penn Murphy and Dennis Santana. Here comes the 1-0 pitch from Rosenthal. Out in front of the changeup, swinging the miss, count evens 1 ball and 1 strike. Quick throw to first. Griffey is back. So again, if you're new to the live stream, this is a created franchise on MLB The Show 23 for PlayStation 5. I'm Chris Ramos. Thank you so much for watching. Line drive foul. Count is 1 and 2. Thank you so much for watching. Please like, please subscribe. It is the lifeblood of YouTube. I sincerely appreciate you. High and tight, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner leads off first. Top of the 8th inning, 4-1 Connecticut. Here's the pitch. Out in front, in the dirt. Strike him out, throw him out. Side is retired. So thanks to Dizzy Walsh and Bryson Stott, it's a 3-1 lead. Check that, 4-1 lead. 7.5 complete. Knights 4, Angels 1. Do you want to change pitchers? The day is over for Robin Ramos. In relief will come Bailey Falter, 5-0 with a 4.25 earned run average over 36 innings pitched. I don't pitch. The only person I pitch with is Robin Ramos in this particular creative franchise. We go to quick manage, fast forward to our next half inning so that we get to hit. 1 run scores, double play, 2 run scores. They score twice. It's a 4-3 ball game in the top of the 9th inning. Leading off, AJ Minter will face Carlos Delgado in the top of the 9th inning. here in Anaheim. He's 2-2 with a 6.33 earned run average. Carlos Delgado's 1 for 3 with a single. 4-3 lead for Connecticut. Line drive headed for the left fielder. Nice running catch, one away. Hit it on the nose, but right at the left fielder. Next up, Robin Ramos, who's 0 for 3 today. 1 for 8 in the series. He's a switch hitter. Turns around and bats from the right side against the lefty A.J. Minter. Again, late on the fastball. Flies out to right. 2 pitches, 2 away here in the top of the 9th. 2 outs, bases empty. Up steps Tim Salmon, 1 for 3 with a double. Pulls it hard into the net, foul ball. Strike 1. Line drive caught by the first baseman. Nice reaction play by Carlos Pena. Side is retired. We go to the bottom of the 9th. The heart of the order, 4, 5, 6 due up for the Los Angeles Angels. They trail by 1. It's 4-3 Connecticut. Let's see what happens. So, quick manage. Fast forward. Since it's only the bottom of the 9th, we're going to go simulate to the end of the game with our fingers crossed. Single, strikeout, strikeout. Stolen base, strikeout. Ball game over. Knights win 4-3. Oh, yeah. So Robin Ramos gets win number 19 on the season. Connecticut Knights continue to power forward to yet another division championship playoff berth. That's win, I believe, number 93 on the regular season. Let's go to the main menu, confirm exit, and look over the standings before we end the live stream. Again, I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up and made comments. I sincerely appreciate it. Ballin' is a habit. Oh, yeah. Okay. So, as you can see on the upper left-hand corner of the screen, Connecticut has 93 wins. The win-loss record now for Robin Ramos is 19-5 with a 3.28 earned run average. Okay? So, before we go any further, I'm going to advance it to the next start in the schedule. Next start in the schedule for Robin Ramos, his potential 20th win, is on September 22nd at home against the Baltimore Orioles. You see, it's right here. So I'm going to go to this day, and I'm going to simulate to that day. The Bulls AAA do not have a valid pitching rotation. Auto-fix the AAA rotation. Better luck next season to the AAA affiliate. Better luck next season to the AA affiliate. The minor league playoffs are about to begin. Would you like to stop simulating? Yes. Why not? All right. So let's go to the calendar. So this is the situation as presently constituted. The Connecticut Knights are 96-60. The second place New York Yankees are 90-66. 6-game lead. I would say with pretty much certitude that the Knights are going to win their 4th straight division championship, AL East crown. But who knows? Who knows what's going to happen? Let's go standings. Elimination. Any combination of Knights wins and Yankees losses totaling 1 means that the Knights will win their 4th division championship in a row. So fingers crossed on that one. All right. Calendar. All right, so here's what we're going to do. All right, so I'm going to save it here. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I am Chris Ramos. This is MLB The Show 23 for PlayStation 5. I sincerely appreciate you. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you all again soon. Take care.